Hi, I'm Terry Smith, Technical Manager for the AAF. In this presentation, we will discuss the certificates that underpin your IdP. Your IdP utilises a number of certificates in its operation. Some are client-facing, while others are internal and are required by the SAML protocols. First, we will look at the client-facing certificates where you have two options. 1. Use your existing certificates, or 2. Request and deploy new certificates. We will then look at the internal certificates. Client-facing certificates, option 1. If the certificate on your current IdP's Apache server is OK, you can reuse it on your new IdP. You should check the following: that the certificate hash algorithm uses SHA-256 and not SHA-1, that the certificate has not expired and is not nearing expiry, and that the domain name of your server has not changed. If they are all OK, you can copy the certificate, key and certificate chains across from your old IdP. Client-facing certificates, option 2. If you need a new certificate for your IdP, you will need to obtain one from your certificate issuer. You will create a key and a CSR, or certificate signing request file. Send the certificate signing request file to your certificate vendor, and they will provide the signed certificate and the intermediate certificate chain files. These files are then deployed on the new IdP. Adding certificates to your new IdP. There are 3 files you must add to your new IdP. The key file, this must remain private, so do not share it. The certificate file, which is a public file, and the intermediate certificates, which is provided by your certificate vendor. Files in the following directory need to be modified: /opt, /shibboleth-idp-installer, /repository/assets, /your server domain name, /apache. In that directory you will find the files server.cert, server.key, intermediate.cert. Replace these files with the files that you have gathered from your old IdP if you're using option 1, or the files provided by your certificate vendor if you're using option 2. Rerun the update_idp.sh script to have Ansible replace the certificates on your running IdP and restart the IdP, which includes restarting the Apache server. Now let's have a look at the internal certificates. When registering an IdP into the Federation, several certificates are added to the Federation Registry. These certificates are published into the Federation metadata to enable secure connections and the secure transfer of users' attributes directly between IdPs and SPs. Certificates were added to the Federation Registry when your current IdP was added to the Federation. In general, these would have been long-lived self-signed certificates requiring minimal maintenance. Your IdPv3 creates a new set of certificates. To make the new IdP work in the Federation, these new certificates must also be registered into FR and thus published into the Federation metadata. IdPv3 has assigned a single task to each certificate and ensures that they are using the SHA-256 signing algorithm. They are still self-signed and long-lived, requiring minimal maintenance effort. It is safe to have certificates from both the old and the new IdPs registered in FR simultaneously. This eliminates the need to copy certificates around. Note, however, when the old IdP is finally decommissioned, we need to remove the old certificates. This will be done in the final cleanup. Adding certificates to the Federation Registry. The following 3 certificates need to be added to FR. They can be found in the directory /opt, /shibboleth, /shibboleth-idp, /current/credentials. The files are idp-backchannel.cert, which is a signing certificate, idp-signing.cert, again a signing certificate, and idp-encryption.cert, an encryption certificate. When adding the certificates, ensure you select the correct key type and you give them a meaningful name. This will aid you in identifying the old certificates to remove when you do the final cleanup. After the certificates have been added to FR, they will be published to the metadata and consumed by service providers. Your new IdP should begin successfully authenticating at this point. It can take a few hours for the certificates to propagate around the Federation. Your new IdP should now be authenticating and no longer complaining about invalid certificates in your web browser. In the next presentation, we will discuss the migration of user data to ensure that your users' identities do not change as a result of the upgrade.